Good morning, Ian again. I'm on the beach this morning. We've just been over to the Mullumbimby market. Cassie's with me. I had a wonderful day yesterday. I spent time with Rick Richardson. Now, those of you who don't know him, Rick is the guy that invented the system that we use to protect software. Well, you know, when you buy software, you've got to get a password. That's his system. And Microsoft took it and used it without his permission. And he had a huge court case. It cost massive amounts of money, but he eventually won after Microsoft appealed to a judge, and in a retrial he won. And we're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars, right? But Rick is this incredible guy. And we were talking about hydrogen devices for creating therapeutic hydrogen. And as usual, he has this ability just to come up with things without even going into the detail. But what amazed me was something he said about what's happened to him. These days, very, very influential people seek him out to get answers to their problems, you know. So he was telling me that there's about 1,000 people in the IT business in the world who really have all of the influence. And for example, he met Elon Musk. Elon Musk, as you probably know, is the private space shot guy. He's the Tesla car guy. He's the PayPal guy. And Elon Musk is like as big as it gets. And Rick met him at some sort of conference and went up to him and said, Elon, look, I've been looking at what you've been talking about and you're wrong. Elon rang a couple of days later and said, Rick, I remember our conversation. He said, yes. He said, well, you're wrong too. And he said, well, we're both wrong. But the point was, Rick has opened his mind sufficiently to be accessible and valuable to these people. And it seems to me, from what I got, that he was really saying to me, is your mind open enough, Ian, to be accessible and valuable to people? Because we are all valuable. We all have wonderful knowledge. We all have something to give the world. But if we don't have the confidence, the belief in ourselves, we're not going to do it. And then we're going to say, oh, things are bad, things are tough, you know, there's this obstacle and there's that obstacle, when in fact it's the power of our own mind that's creating the obstacle. It's the power of our own mind that's creating the obstacle and then saying it's an obstacle and then saying you can't do anything about the obstacle. And here's Rick. I mean, he's an amazing guy. He can whip up a patent in an hour, which will be a better patent than a patent attorney can do in 6 months. He has massive capitalists coming to him saying, Rick, what about this? He has people with shipping problems and coding problems and optics problems and all sorts of things coming to him, physics problems. His stories are incredible. Very, very inspirational. I love being around people like this. I love what we're doing because, yeah, I'm an inventor. He said to me, he realised that he didn't have to be anything except who he was. And he asked himself who he was, and he said, he's an inventor. And it rung bells with me. I feel good about the fact that I have this ability to invent and to pass the things that I invent on to people and to see the benefit. Wonderful. Okay, have a lovely day. I'm off to work in a minute.